Now it's time to cut the trunk of my birch tree. So I want it to go from the bottom to the top of my picture. It's going to be in the foreground. So I really want it to be big because we know that things that are closer to us are bigger. So I'm going to sketch that out. Then I'm going to cut it. Now I'm going to add branches to this later. Now there's a couple things that we can do. If you want to draw the trunk texture on here, you can just draw it with a Sharpie. Or you can take some black felt and you can actually felt the pattern, the texture onto here. The other thing I want to do is I'm just going to add a little highlight to the side of it so that it's kind of has a little glow from the setting sun. So I'm going to turn it this way. I want the glow from the sun to be on the back. So this is going to be the back. And I'm just going to needle felt it a little bit. I don't want to do it a ton. I just want to give that soft yellow glow, like the rays of the sun are shining off of it. There we go. Now I want to put the bark, and I really think that bark is too dark. So I am going to actually do it on the back. So I am just going to cut a whole bunch of little strips. Make little eyes, because birch trees usually have what we call little eyes. I'm going to get this all set up. And again, I'm doing this on the back so that it's not as dark. I want it to be a little bit lighter. Just going to kind of space them out randomly. I'm going to stop here for a sec and I'm going to start needle felting that. Just so that they, ooh, are in place. Stay. Stay. Gosh, yes, that's exactly what I want. Oh, that's perfect. It just gives the impression of bark, whereas this is just way too like in your face, too bold. So I have a little bit more to add. I might just do a skinny one up here. So now I'm going to decide where I want this. I don't want it all the way to the end because then it's really weirdly balanced. So I think right there. Not in the middle because then that is a weird balance too, but just either side, on either side of the middle is usually a really good place. So once I know where I want it, I need to make sure the mat is underneath. And I'm going to start felting. Now this is going to get harder because I've got layers and layers of stuff to felt through now. And if this is not totally flat, you know, if it's not totally connected, that's okay. It could be popping up a little bit more because it's in the foreground. So it's okay if it comes forward. Before I get into this though, I had a little oops here that I was thinking I could turn into a beautiful oops. I may make that just a river in the background. Now I'm going to add branches. And I would say just do 2 branches. I'm going to make one that goes off into this space here because I have a lot of space there to work with. Then I'm just going to do a smaller one. Right there. Now, if you want, you can add the yellow glow to the backs of these. Well, at least I'm going to do it to this one because this one's facing the sun. So the reason you see pink on my trunk here is because this is still wet with paint. So as I've been felting it together, the paint is seeping through. So hopefully you won't have the same trouble. Now the final thing is we're going to add some leaves, just a few leaves to each of our trees. So I'm going to take this yellow here, and I'm doing a teardrop shape. Just like this. So I'm just going to add just a few. I think just add some leaves and you'll be able to look at it and say, oh yeah, that's it. Or, oh yeah, I need more. Just trust your gut. I'm actually going to add a little branch right there that I can put that leaf on. Oh, that's it. I like how these leaves really stick out. So instead of felting those on, I'm just going to get a glue bottle